The story starts. I'd never guessed these foster parents aren't real, and the family's broken. You lie raised this unrelated child. The bickering couple argues fiercely over Lainey's fate, with foster dad insisting on the orphanage, while foster mom clings to a decade of affliction. In this futile war, Lainey hid behind the curtain like a rabbit, covering her ears to flee reality. After her foster dad left, she breathed a sigh of relief. The foster mother donned nostalgic glasses, took out Lainey's childhood photo, and recounted the blizzard tale, ghost story-like. After hearing, Lainey couldn't sleep, anxiety and fear chasing her like two puppies. Next morning, her foster mom smiled brightly. Foster dad changed his mind, not sending Lainey to the orphanage but applying for aid. Lainey was thrilled like on a holiday. She joyfully jumped into her mother's arms, but fate had other plans, playing tricks on Lainey as they headed to the town hall. Things took a weird turn. The foster father failed in his trick, yet planned to send Lainey to the orphanage. She, panicking like an ant on a hot pan, shoved him. Lainey spun around and took off like a wild deer, darting through the streets, only to realize that the townsfolk were suddenly her dad's backup squad. In a panic, she ran into a quiet tavern, where an old man with a face full of wars was sitting alone, looking like he was holding a secret meeting. The old man, Vitalis, a street performer, looked novel-like, regal and mysterious. He quickly figured out the whole story, putting on his detective's hat and understanding the sequence of events. Vitalis struck up a conversation with Lainey's foster dad, clearly angling for a new gig as the boss of street performances. The foster dad hesitated, then hired Lainey for 35 francs/year, like giving her a freeloader pass. That night, when Lainey sneakily tried to run away while Vitalis slept, she opened the door only to hear a chorus of wolf howls. How could Vitalis have not heard that? Vitalis told Lainey he's no villain, he just wanted her to avoid orphanage and join his troupe. He warned her not to go into the woods alone after sunset, with wolves howling. Lainey felt trapped. Feeling hopeless, she pulled out her baby token, despairingly tugging at the symbol that had never brought her any hope. Just then, a big black dog came up to Lainey, seeming to say, "Don't worry, little girl, I've got your back." Feeling the warmth from the big black dog, a smile finally crept onto Lainey's face. The next day, sunshine broke through the clouds as they set off on, and she realized, from that moment on, her life would never be the same again. Vitalis took her to a clothing store, buying her new clothes and shoes, a real glow-up moment. Slowly, Lainey understood Vitalis wasn't a bad guy. He had nearly drained his savings just to help her out. Meanwhile, the little monkey was stuck munching on stale bread, and Lainey realized Vitalis may not be as wealthy as he appeared. But Vitalis claimed he saw Lainey's musical talent, and that his only aim was for her to sing her heart out. Turns out they met once at Lainey's home when she sang lullabies in the cowshed. Vitalis thought her voice was like that of an angel. Vitalis pulled out his instruments from his backpack and handed different hats to the big black dog and the little monkey, ready for street comedy show. The magical instruments produced sweet melodies that lured in nearby children who flocked like they were drawn by a magnet. In the plaza, they let the big black dog and little monkey perform first, earning raucous applause from the crowd that surged like a wave. But when it was Lainey's turn to sing, she freaked out at the crowd and tried to bolt, but ended up belly flopping into a mud puddle. This left her in utter chaos, and in a fit of rage, Lainey yanked off her clothes and chucked them at Vitalis with no remorse. She felt unfit for performing, vowed never to sing, pouted like a princess. She accused Vitalis of deceiving her. How could a street performer realize her singing talent? Neither could cool down amid the heated debate. Vitalis threatened, saying if Lainey wouldn't sing, he'd ship her back to the orphanage. Hearing this, her emotions swelled as she muttered she didn't care. Just when she felt hopeless, the little monkey fetched a newspaper featuring Vitalis, revealing he used to be a famous violinist in her earlier life. Due to some unfortunate past events, Vitalis abandoned everything and chose to wander the streets as a street performer. He realized Lainey couldn't read, so he handed her a letter-engraved wooden block, deciding to teach her literacy to help her write letters. She could even send a little cash along with the letters, and Vitalis hoped she'd take singing lessons seriously. Lainey didn't hesitate to nod in agreement. Hence, they continued their bickering, while Lainey devoted herself to study, quickly mastering simple vocabulary, eventually penning her first letter. Subtitle: Mom. From this very day onward, Lainey's celestial and enchanting voice has been lingering in the air, resonating throughout the fields and mountains. Warm sunlight bathed this duo, showcasing their harmony and happiness, as Vitalis even composed a lullaby just for Lainey. It was the same tune Rainey sang the first time they met, and the only one she remembered. To boost Rainey's confidence against the crowd, Vitalis blindfolded her, making it feel like a game of invisible socks. He led her to the fields where she could sing freely. Rainey's voice enchanted both the little monkey and the big black dog, and even the farmer stopped to listen. From this moment, Rainey knew she had never stopped singing. It was her happiness and freedom rolled into one. As time passed, Rainey finally performed in front of the crowd and even caught the eye of the nobles, feeling like she was on top of the world. At a noble birthday bash, Rainey encountered a lovely girl named Liz, who spent her days in a wheelchair due to a disability. The two hit it off and became fast friends. Rainey felt like the happiest kid in the world. Little did she know, a nightmare was lurking. Her busy lives got shaken up. Her foster dad got nabbed for not having a performance license, but the evidence was underwhelming, so he was cleared. But since Vitalis had forged his identity, the judge wanted him to reveal his true self, but the truth is, he was too proud for his own good. In the end, he was sentenced to 2 months in jail, and it wasn't until Rainey excitedly asked about him that he quietly revealed the truth of